Hi there, YouTube. It is a windy day here in Colorado. I'm actually trying to hold my devices from blowing away, actually. There's a storm that is rolling through, bringing snow up north of me. It is currently November... What day is it? November 6th. It's November 6th. And so winter is coming, though it's still 65 degrees. I'm telling you this because I'm at the park and it's a beautiful day for me. I'm enjoying the weather while it lasts. Not only that, but it gets me out of the house because I'm going crazy. As you, if you've watched my prior videos, I've been looking for work since July. I have an offer that was given to me from an employer on October 1st, and it's now November 6th. Which means I've been waiting a long time to get this finalized. There is a risk that I don't get the job because they're going through a background check. And in this background check, if they find something they don't like, they can say, well, sorry, we're rescinding your offer. Thank you for your time and good riddance. Now, the reason I've been holding on to this is because it is the job I want. It is the location I want. It is the management team I want. And it is in the pay scale that I want. Oop, I'm gonna blow away here. So with all those things matching my requirements for a job, I've been holding on to it. And it's one of those things where I'm holding on and it's just a little bit longer, it's just a little longer, and just a little longer. And here I am, over a month later, still not knowing if I'm going to have a job. Now, what worries me is the fact that it is November, which means seasonal work is drying up because they're pretty much hired for the season, for the holiday time. And then usually the hiring doesn't begin until January, which is when they know their hiring budget. And so it could be up till January before I work again because of this delay. And so that's where I'm at. It is gut-wrenching. And I will tell you this, I have not slept very well since my termination in July. My stomach is in knots. It feels like I'm constantly, I don't know, it feels like it's going through a strainer or a meat grinder, I think is a better word for it. And because of that, I am struggling. So if you want to send me thoughts or prayers, I will take it at this point. I will take anything that I can get. Anyway, the point of this video is to keep producing, to keep making content, to get my mind out of my head, even though I just kind of cried on your shoulder a bit. So thank you, YouTube. Where I'm thinking about going forward with this video, these videos, is I see a lot of videos that talk about editing video, but I don't see a lot of, or they talk about the equipment like the cameras. I don't really see a lot of content about creating content. And even though my content's been mostly an unplanned talking head video, I'm thinking about going from the production of the videos. So like if, for example, if you want to make a home video, what do you record? How do you build the content? And then when you get the content, then how do you put it together in the editing? And then once you edit it, how do you publish it? I see a lot of the editing, I see a lot of the cameras, but I don't see a lot of making the content itself. So I think that would be something that might be enticing. What do you think? Can you send me a comment? I mean, I know I don't have 0 views, so I'm basically talking to a wall right now, but I think that would be interesting for a lot of folks because I really like making those kind of videos, and I think I would be good at helping people kind of create that content. So again, I think most of the stuff has been on the technical side, but I haven't really seen a lot of on the creative side. So people who aren't necessarily filmmakers or have that maybe art background, maybe they want to see something like that. Let me know what you think. Now, if this job doesn't go through, I've talked about this several times, I think I'll also create content based on financial matters. So I haven't worked since July. Now, it's gut-wrenching, yes, but the thing is I've been able to survive on that because of planning. And because, my job was a banker. And it's brutal when you're licensed because the smallest things can basically end your career. And I might be facing that right now. And just a little insider information. Basically what happened was I was terminated because a customer put the wrong date on the signature card. And to a lot of people, including employee relations, they were like, oh, this is crap. There's why, That's just the basis of being licensed, and it's just unfortunate, but it's what happened. And then that carries a little bit of weight when they look at my licensed ding, which is what happened. And so that's part of the reason I'm waiting so long. They want to make sure that, this wasn't a violation that makes me unhireable. So I'm waiting for that to clear. I've been told Friday is when they review, and then it looks like Wednesday would be the earliest I get my answer of a start date or a rescind of offer. I know I'm kind of babbling on, but again, I'm kind of talking to a wall, so I don't think it really matters. When I look at that, so the benefit that would happen on that is I can then create content based on personal finance, which the advantage I would have is I'm a banker by trade. And I can give you legitimate information about being a bank, about your personal finances. I see online so many times people giving bad information about personal finances, and it wrenches my heart because as a licensed banker, I can't talk about it in this capacity. And there is so much bad information out there, and I think I could be a benefit to a lot of people who are basically looking to better themselves, both financially and as well as protect themselves from things like fraud or ID, stolen ID information and so forth. So I think that will be helpful. And the other thing is when I sit in front of a lot of folks, you'd be surprised how many folks, even with money, make bad choices because of the knowledge they have. I've seen people with a lot of money and they don't know how to manage it. They know how to earn it, but they don't know how to manage it to benefit themselves and their family. And again, I think that's where I can be impartial because obviously if they're not sitting in front of me, there's no sale happening. There's no incentive for me. It's really about my knowledge being passed to folks so they know what to look for. That's kind of the second thing. But it all pivots on, do I get this job or not? Because if I get this job, I won't be able to do that. The other thing I want to talk about is how y'all doing? I feel like our government, let me check that. I feel like our country is very divided right now. I feel like people are so angry, and I feel like every little thing just ticks people off, me included. And I feel it a lot when I'm driving or in a store. I feel like I feel a lot when I'm driving or I'm in a store, and it seems like the smallest things are ticking people off. Now, I don't have a social world right now because, again, I don't have a job and my family's gone. And I will say that where I live in Colorado, it makes it really tough to make friends here. So anyway, I feel like we're all kind of attacking each other. And I talked about this in a prior video. I think we just need to express kindness and know that the powers that are at will right now are intentionally trying to divide us. So my recommendation is give kindness, give empathy, and then also try to consider the other side of things. And we're very quick to call the other side stupid, and I don't care what side you're on. We're very quick to call the other side stupid, and we all have thoughts, we all have needs, we all have ideas. And I think there's a lot of manipulation going on. I think there's a lot of false information going on. And I think, unfortunately, people are falling for that on both sides. So my request to you, as a viewer to my channel, is to try to approach things with kindness first, understanding second, and the ability to learn from that person that's in front of you. And if they're not up for that, then that's up to them. But I think we need to support each other. One of the things I'm doing for that in my community is I'm actually planning a food drive. The food drive is something I'm going to start. I was going to wait until I started employment, but I think where I'm at right now, I think I can do that now. And just so I have that activity of contribution to the community. Because I think right now what's happening is I feel a little left out with kind of my own crisis of not working. And I think if I can focus on that, where I'm helping other people, I think the benefit will be that it takes some of that anxiety of loss, and that effort of contributing will kind of help me both in my mental health, but also know that there's people who are suffering more than myself right now. Well, I'm going to wrap up this video. It's really funny because when you're recording in a park and people walk by, they look at you like you're a weirdo. And I'm getting a little self-conscious, I'll be honest, but I really appreciate you watching today. And if you don't feel like giving a like or a subscription, I would love constructive criticism for my content. Not that I've had any viewers to even ask for this, but it would be helpful, so thank you. Take care, and take care of each other and yourself, and I look forward to the next video.